The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, this is Saturday's News. Thanks for joining us.
In this edition, Wood issued stop work order. Nangu Chef receives award. And SI outplays PNG Reds.
A logging company on Woodlark Island in Milne Province has been served a stop work notice by the Conservation and Environment Protection Authority for environment breaches. Kula Wood Limited has been found to have operated logging operations on the island without a valid environment permit. The company was served a 7-day stop work notice to respond and show cause.
Located in the middle of the vast Solomon Sea, Woodlark Island has made headlines in the media for loggers like Kula Wood operating without permits like the Forest Clearance Authority, conduct of illegal activities like the illegal harvest of sea cucumbers under the guise of logging, and the employment of foreign workers without proper immigration and work permit documents. Just recently, the Conservation and Environment Protection Authority, or CEPA, visited the island only to discover that Kula Wood had also been operating without an environmental permit. A stop work notice was immediately issued while on the island.
We are at Woodlark Island at the Pond logging company camp. The developer of this logging is Kula Wood Limited. We are at the site issuing this environment protection order. This basically means that you will stop work today. All operations will be shut down until you respond to us within the next 7 days.
Mr. Tukulia, with his senior officers from CEPA, served the environmental protection order to Kula Wood, who is expected to respond within 7 days, and explain why the operation was active without an official environmental permit. He added that while investors are welcome to do business in the country, they have to operate within the laws to avoid inconvenience.
We found out that the company that is harvesting 3 years did not obtain environment permit from our organization. To harvest trees, to go into any resource extraction projects, it is mandatory that they must come to the Department of Environment. Before it was Department, was now CEPA, to obtain our environment permit. And we have to ensure that you have an environment management plan. And then we do the assessment. After that one, we issue the permit. And permit, we issue you to comply with our permit conditions to ensure that you harvest our forest, our timbers in a sustainable manner, and to protect our environment and to conserve for future generations.
CEPA continues to monitor investment activities related to environment in the country are done through proper consultations with the authority to avoid environmental destruction. Ruth Rungula, TV1 News.
Small-scale miners in Papua New Guinea have the potential to become billionaires if they make sound investment decisions, diversify into other businesses and manage their earnings responsibly. Managing Director of Mineral Resources Authority, or MRA, Jerry Gary, made these remarks in WOW on Thursday, November 13th, during celebrations marking the 15th anniversary of MRA's small-scale mining training center. About 3,000 people, including miners, WOW locals and stakeholders, gathered to commemorate the milestone. In his address, Gary shared a motivational story about Place Adome, one of the world's largest gold mining companies, which began its journey mining alluvial gold in Wau and encouraged miners to follow this example, stressing that with wise investments and careful management of profits, they too could become billionaires. Kwikila Secondary School in Rigo District of Central Province marked its 23rd Grade 12 graduation ceremony on Thursday, 13th November 2025, celebrating the milestone of the graduating class while reflecting on the growth and success of the school since its establishment as a high school in the 60s.
The invited key speaker, Member for Rigo and Minister for National Planning, Seano Pala, was unable to attend due to ministerial commitments, but was represented by his second secretary, Charles Amini, who extended Seano's heartfelt congratulations to all graduates on behalf of the member. In his prepared remarks, Seano reflected on his own journey as a former student of Kwikila High School, recalling his graduation in 1969 and how his experiences there shaped the path he later pursued in public service. He emphasized the importance of responsibility and contribution, stressing to the students that they have a role to play, not only to Rigo but to Central Province and the country as a whole. He further reminded the students about Rigo's legacy of producing exceptional leaders like judges, state ministers, police commissioners, and clerks of parliament, among others, to name a few, and challenged them to aim high and carry on this fine tradition. As part of his support for education, Seano awarded laptops and Wi-Fi devices to the ducks of the three streams: science, social science, and business studies. The runner-up ducks recipients were each presented with a tablet device, a gesture underscoring his commitment to empowering young leaders with tools for success in the digital age. Ruth Rungala, TVWAN News.
East New Britain Governor Michael Marum yesterday congratulated the province's first ever intake of 241 national reservists as they officially passed out during a parade in Kokopo. Governor Marum described the occasion as a significant milestone for East New Britain, marking a renewed commitment to strengthening law and order and addressing the manpower gaps within the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary. The governor acknowledged the leadership of the Commissioner of Police David Manning and the RPNGC for partnering with the East New Britain Provincial Government to successfully deliver this training program. Governor Marum challenged the newly graduated reservists to wear their uniform with pride and purpose, reminding them that many people before them have upheld the values and discipline of the constabulary. He reminded them that the uniform is a symbol of service, sacrifice, and respect for the people they serve. TV1 News continues after the break. Stay with us.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time cook him chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, da mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
We've been traveling along this road together for over 50 years. Ella Motors acknowledges the visionaries and hard work that have been the driving strength to continued nation building. We live, prosper, sustainably grow with the community, whilst developing quality mobility chains, aspiring to be your first choice on every occasion. Ella Motors, celebrating with Papua New Guinea throughout our independence golden jubilee.
Hey, hey.
P&G's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in P&G. Proudly Goldspot.
Show the dishes who's boss. Fight mess with Axion, the tough grease stripper. 100% effective at doing the dirty work. The triple active power breaks down tough grease, and its antibacterial formula leaves dishes squeaky clean. Get tough on grease. Get Axion.
Welcome back. The Australian government has recognised the ingenuity, resilience and contribution of Papua New Guinea's micro, small and medium enterprises at the annual PNG SME Awards with the introduction of the inaugural You Missed Tap One Time Award, sponsored by the Australian government through the PNG Australia partnership. Nango Chef Catering received this award comprising 15,000 kina. Australian High Commissioner representatives, Acting Minister Councillor Richard Turner presented the award to Chef Nikki Pohonelan. Nango Chef Catering was recognized for successfully expanding from a solo operator to a team of 5, including 3 dedicated kitchen hands. Turning overseas, a group of newly arrived refugees has learned the basics of water safety before embarking on their first ever ocean dip in Sydney today. The program teaches new arrivals about the beauty and the danger of the Aussies surf.
Alien experience for Sydney's newest residents. For these refugees, everything today is a first. The sand and the ocean is all new.
How was it? Did you love it?
So fun and so lovely.
Today at Cronulla Beach, new migrants learned the basics of beach safety in their language.
The place that you must go is in between the red and yellow flags, and we will show you those on the beach.
From the tricky terrain to the wildlife.
What's this one mean?
A reminder of what to do in a rip.
Stay calm, don't panic and raise one hand in the air. Can we all do that together?
And a shot of confidence from one of the country's best in the water.
To also know that they are welcome and welcomed at the beach and welcome to be able to swim and swim alongside us.
The program, run by Settlement Services International and Surf Lifesaving New South Wales, aims to reduce the rate of drowning among new migrants.
No, none of us, they know how to swim, even my children, so it's really important to me.
350 drownings per year, and out of them 30% are people of the migrant background.
Some of these families arrived in Australia just 2 weeks ago, so some obvious concepts like wet sand moving quickly underneath your feet can get some first-timers into trouble.
But it's whenever the person who's swimming's feet are not on the sand anymore. So the instant reaction is to panic.
These lessons run 4 times a year in New South Wales with hopes to expand nationally, giving refugees the ability to enjoy one of Australia's simplest pleasures.
Small wine businesses are worried about the additional administrative and financial cost of expanding the container deposit scheme to include wine bottles. They want a threshold or exemptions for smaller businesses, as well as a streamlined national reporting system.
Jenny Semler's busy running this Glossop family winery, and her workload's set to increase when wine bottles are added to South Australia's container deposit scheme.
The requirements for reporting are fairly onerous. We've got very strict timelines, that sort of stuff.
SA, New South Wales, Western Australia and the Northern Territory will include wine and spirit bottles in their 10-cent deposit schemes in the next 2 years. Queensland's already made the change. It's expected to save bottles from landfill, but Ms Semler says for every bottle sold in states with the scheme, winemakers must fill out paperwork and pay 13 cents when the bottle is collected for refund.
I can see a whole lot of mum and dad producers who are not all over the compliance system falling out of it.
It's a sentiment shared by others in the industry who are calling for a unified scheme and exemptions.
Hopefully there can be a combination of threshold and administrative help to make it easier for people.
The wine industry says it wants to make the scheme more sustainable for producers and is in talks with state governments about how that could happen.
For a $40 million cost burden on our South Australian winemakers, we want to make sure that cost is actually yielding a true return on investment.
In a statement to the ABC, SA Environment Minister Lucy Hood said the state's Environment Protection Authority is exploring measures to support smaller producers, including by creating a national portal and reducing reporting requirements. Eliza Burlage, ABC News.
You are watching TV1 News. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSP's One Talk Wallet. BSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG e Mia. Pine PNG made.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Long year 2024, 7 baby i-born one time HIV. HIV ikan go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama ikat HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby isusu. Tasol yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bel mama clinic, na kisim antenatal check. Time yumi pan him sick HIV ariap, o time bel mama i-positive penis, early treatment ikan save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV igo long baby. This lutok sawe ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Thanks for staying with us. In sports, after a strong battle to secure a point by the development team of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands women, the visiting Solomon Islands team increased their attacking plays in the second half to outplay the host side 2-0 at full time at the St. John Guy's Stadium in Port Moresby today. This is despite a strong performance in the first half that left both teams scoreless. In the first half, the visitors enjoyed majority of ball possession, launching numerous attacks through their quick-moving strikers. Their captain, Eileen Peggy, created several opportunities that kept the PNG backline under constant pressure. However, the PNG women's development team fought hard, holding the match-determined Solomon Islands side scoreless. Their defensive unit proved too strong, repeatedly shutting down the Solomon Islands' advances. Both teams went into half-time break scoreless. PNG, however, lost full control in the second half, both in attacks and in defense. Despite backliner Natasha Segem's efforts leading the pack to counter the strong attack, they couldn't contain the Solomon Islands girls. Solomon's Lorena Solosaya found the net just 10 minutes into the second half after consecutive attempts by her side at the PNG goal area.
She holds, surrounded by yellow shirts!
Solomon Islands took the best out of PNG in the next 35 minutes. With the PNG captain rested for some minutes, the PNG girls maintained higher ball and yard possessions throughout. In the last 15 minutes of the match, Solomon's Alma Gogoni scored another goal for her side, which boosted their lead, giving them the victory.
And this could be a shot. Oh! And that's a fantastic finish from number 7, Gogoni.
PNG could not fight back as the sirens went off at full time, leaving PNG women's Reds nil, Solomon Islands women 2. The AFL PNG Under-15 Binatang boys and Kurakum girls teams are gearing up for an exciting journey to Fiji for the 2025 AFL Oceania Cup, scheduled for December 4th to 7th. The teams will return on December 10th.
The squads are composed of 21 boys and 17 girls who were selected through the existing AFL PNG New Kick Schools Academy programs in Port Moresby, Lae, Mount Hagen, Kimbe and Kavieng. This initiative is again supported by the Australian government through Pacific Oar Sports, highlighting the commitment to developing sports in the Pacific region.
Definitely next week we'll be having teams, our players from Lae, Morbe province, couple from Mount Hagen in Kimbe, and couple from a New Island province. They'll be traveling to Moresby to join, gang up with the POM kids. So they'll be doing team bonding as well next week with pool recovery, screening and all that. Yeah, that's next week program. So yeah, I believe all the players are traveling next week to Port Moresby to join up with the Southern Region kids in POM.
The Binatangs, last won the Cup in 2023, will face tough competition, particularly from defending champions Nauru, who claimed the trophy in 2024. AFL PNG National Talent Academy manager Prudence TVWAN noted that players based in Port Moresby are currently training at the Coles ground, with plans for players from the other regions to join them next week for team bonding activities, recovery sessions and player screenings.
So this will be the competing Pacific Island countries that will be competing with our PNG Binatangs, and it will be a tough one for our under-15s, but pretty sure, whatever outcomes, it's fine for the kids. Yeah, it's a development program, so I hope the kids will learn and bring more knowledge back.
Many squad members have prior experience touring Brisbane and Cairns, though for some this will be their first trip travelling out of the country. Prudence reflected on PNG's track record at the Oceania Cup, mentioning that the Binatangs have won the tournament twice since its inception in 2019, with victories in 2010 and 2023. Both boys and girls teams are embracing for stiff competitions from the Pacific nations such as Tonga, Vanuatu and host nation Fiji.
This is under 15, which these are all new players. A couple of them traveled last year for the Oceania Cup. So it's going to be a big game out there, a big challenge out there for the Pacific Island countries as well. And with the kids that are new, it's going to be a good challenge for everyone as well with the staffs. And so
Prudence expressed optimism, emphasizing that the primary focus of the squad is development and learning through the experience. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Manam Islanders in Port Moresby gathered today at Murray Barracks for the Manam Islanders Charity Soccer Sevens Cup tournament to raise funds for the Manam Islanders book project. The Islanders turned up in numbers to show support to the program, setting up stalls for sales and a friendly soccer game Sevens tournament as part of entertainment. Secretary for Manam Islanders Book Project, Jacqueline Umes, said this is the first charity soccer tournament since the inception of the book project in 2019. For the first time, Manam Islanders Soccer Charity Sevens tournament was held today at Murray Barracks, Port Moresby, to raise funds for the Manam Islander Book Project. A total of 16 registered teams participated. 13 teams were Manam Islanders and the 3 teams were from Central Province supporting the charity event. Secretary for Manam Islanders Book Project, Jacqueline Umes, said the attendance at the one-day charity event was overwhelming and is expecting the charity to raise some good money for this important cause for the people of Manam Island.
With the Manam Islanders Book Project, or MIBP, I'll say for short, has invited the different villages of Manam Island who are here in Port Moresby, the elites of Manam Island who are working in POM, to come and play, to form a team to represent the village back home. To come and play soccer and raise funds for their schools back at home.
Umes said their fundraising continues tonight with the Manam Islanders Night at the Port Moresby Gold Club.
We have the fundraising dance happening tonight at Gold Club La Mana. That has linked here. But if people want to turn up for that, please buy the tickets. They buy the tickets from us. They call the numbers on our flyers, on our Facebook page. But this is just for 2025. This is our first big fundraising drive, yeah.
Umes said this project is significant to the people of Manam Island and has been ongoing since 2019. The project has helped upskilled elementary school teachers and volunteered in the area of phonics teaching, encouraging early learning and reading in elementary schools.
Manam Island Book Project is about education, and we'd like to improve the human resources of Manam Island, which is like the most tangible thing that we see, because Manam Island and Bagarap, it's empire. So, you know, the most resource that we could tap into that lasts is the human resource. We like to train them in phonics and everything, volunteers, elementary teachers. We've had several programs already for that.
She said the inaugural winner of the Manam Islanders Charity Soccer Sevens Cup gets 2,000 kina and will donate to a school in their village. She said the Manam Islanders Book Project executives are expected to travel to Madang early next year to make their donations to schools. That's it for sports. Now the weather report. This is a heavy rain and potential flood warning issued by Papua New Guinea National Weather Service for Highlands, NGI and Momase region, Milne Bay, Central, Oro, Western and Gulf. Heavy rainfall is expected over the mentioned areas within the next 24 hours, particularly from afternoon to evening and overnight, which may cause flash and riverine flooding. All residents of the mentioned communities are advised to take necessary precautions during the warning period. And that wraps up another edition of TV1 News. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by